This is another New Black World Order TV Productions. I got my homie back in the house. We ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, King?
Oh, you got the new camera?
Oh, yeah. What's good? Yeah, you know, I'm glad you came back through to build with us.
Right,
So what we chopping up about today, King? What's up with the Moors? You know what I'm saying? I know last time, you know, you was with us. You know what I'm saying? You fired a couple of shots or whatever.
My name B. You know, I was raised in Moore Sound. But I take issue with Moors or anyone else who claims that we aren't African. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, with all of the evidence. I mean, not even any evidence you can read in a book where African people, by our movements, by the way we speak the English language.
Some of them saying you're not African because you're indigenous to the Americas. You got a problem with that or something?
Yeah.
You got a problem with that?
Of course I do.
Okay, shots fired. What's up?
It's just not true. It's just not factual information.
According to the Moors, it's true, it's historical, and it's accurate.
There's absolutely no proof of it. None whatsoever. It's only pipe dreams. And what I think it is, actually, and it's sad because it's endemic of how we as a people attempt to disassociate ourselves with the masses of black folks, which we commonly refer to as niggas. We want to just distance ourselves from those people in order to make ourselves, in order to substantiate ourselves in the eyes of white supremacy and standardization. That's what I think. It's sad, and I don't think it's a conscious thing. I don't think that people are sitting around and like feeling this on a conscious level. However, it's real, and it's in your subconscious.
So hold on, man. I be in the Arm and Raw Squad group on Facebook. I be in a lot of different joints, the John Henry Clark joint.
Yeah.
I see you in there, and you gonna tell me you don't see all that proof that them Moors are presenting, brother?
No, I don't. I see all that information in there.
Brother Smith Bay, you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, like, I think that it's possible and likely that Africans did come to the shores of America. I do believe that.
No, some of them saying, man, they was here.
Yeah, those people aren't African. The people that they're talking about, whenever they bring up the National Geographic or some other research when they said how the first.
So you saying those people of a different household group?
They're not Africans. Like people from Papua New Guinea. You know, they look black, they look African like us.
We can say they melanated.
I mean, yeah, but I don't like melanated because it kind of sounds like colored. Because to me it implies that you were something else before.
Right.
But of course, I mean, white folks got melanin. I mean, they have an abundance of melanin.
Right.
I mean, we share a phenotype, and what I think that proves, with especially the Andaman Islanders and people of Papua New Guinea, I think what that proves is the people who left Africa maintained that phenotype.
Okay.
Those who stayed in tropical areas maintained that phenotype. You know, the ones who went further north into Asia. They'll give you a change on the bus.
Yeah, so, you know, New Guinea. We was talking about New Guinea.
I mean, what that proves is people came, I mean, the phenotype who left Africa, you know, continued to look like Africans. You know what I'm saying? Not like the way they show it on, like I seen a thing on Discovery Channel when they had, they were showing the people who left Africa, and they instantly looked like Puerto Ricans or Arabs or some shit. No, they would have been black. You know, black people would have populated all Asia, Asia Minor.
So you saying that some of the Olmec statues even
I don't even think the Olmec statues are necessarily African. I mean, yeah, they do look African.
You know, I'm talking about, no, I see one that looks like of that household group that you described.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna you look at people from the Tonga Islands and like.
Because you know, some of the Moors are just Mimi kings, man. They post Mimis without no sources, without no which gone, and they just blanket all of them as being.
God bless their souls. You know what I'm saying? They're just looking for a home. I mean, it's pretty much like all of us.
Right.
You know, I'm not upset.
Right.
I am upset when people come at me with that African shit. I am upset at that because.
Right, because I see you going in. I see you going in them groups on Facebook.
You know, the nerve. And you're gonna post all this crap with all these dark-skinned so-called American Indians and blah, blah, blah. And this proves what? It proves nothing. It proves absolutely nothing. I mean, so what? But they're not us. You know,
so you saying
not us.
More science as is being taught by those who hold it today is teaching sort of some misconstrued ethnic history.
No, I mean, I think they have the best intentions.
Yeah, I agree, but are they teaching?
Just like the Nation of Islam, just like the Hebrew Israelites.
I agree, but are they teaching pseudo-history or real history?
I mean, history is basically telling a story. You're trying to explain events that already occurred. You know, so you're trying to explain it, and you're explaining it from your perspective. I wouldn't say they're guilty of misleading.
Right. I'm not here to slander. I'm not here to slander them, but I'm here to actually bang on the information if the information is false.
However, I do think that it's incorrect, and it takes away from our overall real true solidarity when we try to admonish Africa, because we are Africans, and even being African, we need to concentrate on where we are here. I do agree with that. You know, I'm a Virginian, you know, born and bred. Well, actually, I'm mixed. I'm half Virginian and half North Carolinian.
Okay.
My father's family from North Carolina. And that's how stupid people sound when they say shit like you mixed with Puerto Rican.
Timothy Drew was from North Carolina, right?
Timothy Drew was from North Carolina. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Great man from North Carolina. Definitely. Everyone is from the South. All of the...
Most of the New Yorkers.
Yeah. I mean, but pretty much, yeah. New Yorkers like to, you know, latch on to that Caribbean shit. But in reality, the majority of them are from Virginia, North Carolina, and around.
Right, because most of their family reunions are held in the South.
The South is the home of black people, period.
Yeah, and they ran from that pressure of that beast.
That's why the South runs hip-hop music now, and people hate it. But the reasons the South runs hip-hop, there's various reasons. Like you saw when the West Coast started coming up back in the day. When the West Coast was coming up, it kind of changed. It changed the direction of the music. You know, you could say that they got more violent or blah blah blah. Okay, I'm not talking about the music like the meaning of it. But what the West Coast did was it brought music that was car friendly. You know, whereas New Yorkers is just you put your earphones there, you hop turnstiles and shit. More black people could relate to the West Coast simply because more black people live in an environment where we drive.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So when the South came up, because the West Coast, just like the North, the West Coast is just an extension of the South. So when the West Coast like opened the door, the South, boom, that's it. And the reason is simply because more black people live in the South than anywhere else.
Okay.
So more black people can identify with that culture than anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And New Yorkers, they grabbing on as well because they're Southern as well.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't like to think they're Southern. They like to think that, you know, they speak proper and all this bullshit, but they don't. They still talk like niggas.
Okay. You know, I got a brother, you know, that just started speaking on the channel. His name go by the name of Brother Green Bay. Okay. You know, when you get a chance later on, go up on the page and check that out.
Islam, all that.
But he might want to check you for what you said,
that's
though.
Fine. That's fine. That's
but it's all good.
It's always good.
Yeah, it's all good because somebody gonna what? Learn something.
All right.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man. I tell you what, and I mean this. Anybody. I don't care what your doctrine is. I just don't want to mess with the Hebrews because I see them building in Richmond, and I respect that. You know.
Right. I respect that.
They're turning a lot of people around. And despite my disagreements with their doctrine, what I agree with more is it makes you think. You know what I'm saying? It makes you think somewhat outside the box. I like to say it makes you realize the box is there. But you gotta respect them. And I see it's a fledgling group, and I see they coming up here, and I respect them.
Yeah, you know the brothers that meet right out here, the Future World of Israel, I got mad respect for them.
That's right.
But GMS, man, they got some brothers in GMS that be commenting on some of my videos, right? And they are a prime example of some of the people, you know, who hold dear to the Bible and say that the Bible actually brings out greater character in you, makes you a better person. But to those particular individuals who choose to say that, why can't that thing make you stop slandering? Because if you check some of these, and even some of the Kemet brothers do the same shit, right? You know, I'm balanced with that, with this admonishment, you know what I'm saying? But from the people who say that the Bible is a moral book and it makes them a better person, how do you even comment some of this stuff that you be commenting? I be like, how you even do that? Like, you don't know me from a can of paint. You know, them particular brothers, you know me. You know, I've been knowing you for years.
20 plus.
Yeah, about 20 plus years at least. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So some of those brothers make comments about me or comments about other people that they don't even know. Don't even know them personally.
But see, their religion gives them, that Bible gives them the jurisdiction.
No, hold on. That Bible...
Oh, it does. I mean, in their mind.
In their mind.
It's not relevant to
So
me.
that's my point.
It's not relevant to
How
me.
does somebody come tell me, come read the Bible, brother? It's going to make you a better person, a moral person. And the actual person who's doing it, like you can go to the video. I got a video posted of Sonetta's comments towards Nasi, towards Oh God in them, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I posted that on my page, right?
Wow.
So here come these two characters. Here come these two characters. This man done used the word dick, fag, such and such and such and such and such and such. And I'm like, come on, King. Finish showing us how the Bible gave you a better character. Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Like they got a group down in Georgia of some Hebrew Israelites or whoever the fuck they is that made a website in our organization's name of some porn freak fuckboy shit. Dead ass, right?
Wow.
And so that's the slander our organization. Then they got another Hebrew Israelite motherfuckers on Facebook who made a Facebook group posting up nothing but Israelite stuff as if the new black world order has a doctrine central to one perspective among our people, and we don't. You know, we deal with our people universally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so all I'm saying to these people is, how do you invite me to your Bible? How do you invite me to your belief concept while slandering me, while using our organization's name without our permission?
I mean, they're not having what you call it? They're not thinking ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an adolescent way of reacting.
It's childish.
You know, where you,
it's truly childish.
I mean, that's how come you have little boys out here that kill someone. Little young men are dangerous because they don't really think about tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've lived to the point now where I consider tomorrow, next year, next week. You know, I want to see my children graduate from high school. The rest of my children graduate from high school. I want to see my grandchildren. You know, I'm thinking about the future and all of my actions. But, you know, that's a very adolescent perspective to, you know, to attack you like that. And then, but see, that's what the Bible promotes. See,
hold up.
It promotes an infantile way of thinking.
The Bible says, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Yeah. Why should you have to be told that? That's just...
I'm just saying, the Bible says, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Even if you mad at them.
Yeah.
They say because the Bible says...
no deed to respect you.
Then why invite me to the book?
I don't know.
Why invite people to the book? Because other people are looking at this slanderous activity to whom they're promoting the Bible as a book that can change them, but you got to demonstrate that shit. You got to show me that junk.
But I think where they're coming from is, you know, you're not deserving of it. You know what I'm saying? You're not deserving of any type of respect in that sense. If you don't claim and propagate your heritage, as they say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So since you... Well, me personally,
me and you don't believe the same thing, but we don't slander each other.
I would say that I don't need to be an Israelite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that my people are far older than any concept of Israel. I roll like that. However, if you feel like you have to be Israel in order for you to feel like someone, go ahead and do what you got to do. The same way you got these little niggas out here calling themselves God, like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I remember that shit. Now, I forget the guy's name, some sociologist or something. He was like, well, if they got to call themselves God to stop killing each other, then call themselves God, whatever works.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I see the benefit of it, but at the same time, my problem with the entire Bible and this entire paradigm in which we live is the degradation and the demoralization of the other half, which is the woman.
Okay.
You know, and notice I didn't say woman and all that bullshit. Right. I said woman. And
yeah, I noticed that too.
The word woman is actually a derisive term in and of itself.
I noticed that too. The GMS group has an extreme hatred for black women. I mean, and I'm not one here to tell you that the black woman is living an example of perfection today. I'm not saying that. But I don't have a deep hatred for my history with the black woman. I love the black woman.
They came from the same household
right,
we did.
Right, because a family defines as a man, a woman, and a child.
You can't sit around and down women and think that everything's okay with you, and a woman raised you more than likely. You know, you walk around with half of a woman in your body. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? You're walking around with half a woman in your body, you're trying to down women. Women are actually, you look throughout the animal kingdom, you look at the oldest species on the planet. It's almost completely dominated by females. The oldest species walking on the planet, invertebrates, say insects for instance. Whenever you see a bumblebee, more than likely it's a female. Whenever you see an ant, more than likely it's a female.
I know bumblebees don't have a king.
Yeah, no they don't. They have drone males, that they produce males whose sole purpose is to mate with the queen. And some species of bumblebee, they actually fly, the queen will fly real high, and the other ones, the males who can fly high enough to inseminate her, they do it, and the other ones fall back down to the earth. And they mate with multiple males in order to diversify their genes. I mean, the male is instrument in the propagation of the species.
They work in tandem. They work in tandem together.
Yeah, the propagation of the species, and women are as well. But the species defined, really, especially the way we define it in our modern terms, is female. Because
so you telling
we call ourselves mammals.
You telling me the black woman is not God?
God of what? God of what? God of what? I mean, yeah, if you want to call yourself God and black woman God, I would agree. I think if you
I know why they say it. I know why they saying it to repair an esteem issue. I agree. But scientifically, I can't accept it.
I mean, God. I mean, black woman is God. I mean, I don't agree with the old God concept, period. You know what I'm saying? I don't even believe in the thing that's called a God. I don't think that a God exists.
But I ain't gonna hate you if you believe that. I'm not gonna hate you if you believe that. I still seek to unite with you.
A black woman is my God, personally. Yeah, black woman is my God. I worship black women. We all do. Many of us reluctantly. I was saying that I worship black women because I think I am supposed to. We all worship black women, whether we do so reluctantly or not. We should worship black women, but black women should worship you as well.
Okay.
God, if there is a God, the God concept is the union of the two.
Right, the male and the female.
That makes it whole. You know, like if I were to say for instance, hypothetically, if an alien were to land right there, right now, and he said, I want you to show me a lion. The alien said, I want you to show me a lion. I want to see a lion. I'm like, okay, let's go to the zoo. So we go to the Richmond Zoo, and I show this alien a lion. And when I say lion, what comes to your head?
An animal, four-legged animal.
Yeah, but how does it look?
It's a golden yellow animal. With a mane,
okay,
etc., etc.
Right.
Big paws, claws. Yeah.
But okay, so like when we say, I take this alien to the zoo and I show this alien a lion, I'm like, that's a lion. And the alien says to me, no, that's not a lion. Because it's not. Because a lion is not just that male. A lion is also a female. So if I'm going to show you a lion, I'm going to show you two animals.
Right.
If I'm going to show you a human being, I'm going to show you two people.
Right.
You know, I'm going to show you a male and a female.
Right. And so I think a lot of people, especially with that Bible, when it says let us make man, I don't think they understand that it's saying let us make human. And that human was male.
I mean, that's what made those religions so popular with men. Because it
stroked the ego.
In a preeminent position, and it took the woman out of the position and made her feel as though
subjective.
She's supposed to be subjective. It created a commodity. not just that, the Bible, but the tree from which the Bible sprung. You know what I'm saying? From where that ideology sprung, it creates prostitution and slavery. It definitely does.
Okay.
It creates prostitution. Prostitution, we say shit like prostitution is the oldest. What do you say? The oldest profession. Yeah, and that's bullshit.
Right.
Who the hell told you that? Why would a woman be able to sell you sex if it's not a big deal? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why would a woman be able to sell you something that she wants as well?
Right.
You know,
right.
but we live in a society that teaches us that women are these docile creatures who don't have a sex drive, so we raise our daughters to get to avoid the fact that they want to have sex instead of embracing it and trying to understand their own sexuality. That's why you got all this confusion out here now, because we don't want to face. See the thing.
People do not know themselves.
Yeah, we question. We can read all these fucking books and talk all this fucking dogma and read the Metal Netter and read the Arabic and Hebrew and all that shit. But one thing we don't do is question our own contentions. We don't question why we think things are. Why things are as they are. We just look at it like, boom, well, that's just how it is. Like, we look at white people like, boom, look, they're evil, so that's the devil. It sounds like a fucking video game. It sounds like comics. You know what I'm saying? Evil. What the fuck is evil? I mean, are we looking at Star Wars, which was a great movie? I like the last one, by the way. Avid fan. But what are we looking at? I mean, what are we talking? Evil? No, we have counterproductive things that are less productive, that are not productive or conducive to my way of life. Do I think the Europeans historically have been a driving force behind it? Yes. But do I think it's some innate thing within Europeans? No. No, I don't.
Right, because I don't believe that white people are the devil, but I believe that some of them can, is, and will be our enemies.
Man, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they are definitely our enemies, but it's not so much the white person.
Right.
It's not so much the white human being, more so it's the ideology of white supremacy and standardization. And I say standardization because we allow white folks to be the standard of humanity. We judge ourselves from the platform of whiteness. That's why I don't like the term melanated. I don't like that. It's just like colored. And coming from the MST of A, it's hard for me to take on things like colored, you know, because colored means anything stained, varnished, or dyed.
Right. So are you black?
Melanated. I'm black, yeah. I roll with it. I roll with black simply because it's a solidarity thing, and you have billions, well, millions
some Moors
of people
will
on the
not
planet.
say they black.
Yeah, well, that's their, you know, that's because they're coming from a doctrine, you know, which was trying to find some type of esteem. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to find some type of, you got to realize it's 1913. You know, they're trying to find some type of esteem, and they didn't want to associate themselves with Africa. The Africa that we had in our minds at that time was the Congo and the shit that was going on in the Congo Basin with Leopold and all that shit. That's the shit that we had on our minds as far as Africa. That's all we saw Africa was Tarzan. You know, we didn't want to be affiliated with that shit. We didn't want to be affiliated with all those.
We were totally bombarded with negative images.
So we accepted it because we had no other, we couldn't counter it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think the whole Asiatic thing comes from.
Okay, from out of that same paradigm.
No, I'm not an Asiatic. Asia means...
You're not an Asiatic black man?
I'm not an Asiatic nothing. I'm a black man. I'm an African.
Okay.
I'm a Virginian. I'm an American African. That's the type of African I am.
Okay.
Like if you take a person from Nigeria, they're Nigerian African. They're no more African than I am.
Right.
No more, I don't give a shit. Where are they from on the continent? And specifically, I'm a Virginian one. Like I said, I'm mixed breed because my father's from North Carolina. Big ups to North Carolina.
That's right.
Battle and Hines family.
No doubt.
Enfield, Scotland next.
So what you say your attribute was again, babe?
Oh, I call myself, I am Kujo. I am Kujo Atkins Battle. I'm Kujo because it's simply a boy born on Monday. I'm Atkins because that's the clan that my family's from in Virginia, one of the clans actually, in Charles City County, Virginia. And the other side is from North Carolina, the Battles in North Carolina. The Enfield, Scotland next, North Carolina. So that's what I am, but my name is Melvin. You know, my name is Melvin.
We appreciate you.
Melvin Whitfield Baby.
Okay, that's the name you use on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, that's on Facebook.
Yeah, when I see you in Armor Rock Squad.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going in under
Talk
the Kujo,
with the Titans.
I'm gonna go in under. I be trying to go in under the Kujo thing because every time I go in under, you know, I'm getting bombarded with the Moors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, like, brother, you know, you should know better. And I'm like, cat, real shit, serious business. I was there. I feel you. I was there. You know, I wore the fez, the tarbouche. I wore it. You know, and I loved it, man. I loved the temple. I still love the temple. You know, I still love the temple. I still love the songs. I still love the trips. You know, it was awesome. It was awesome. Nothing like a fish fry at Temple Number 6.
Oh, hell yeah, on Friday.
Ain't nothing like it, man.
Yeah,
like
I remember it as a young child.
Ain't nothing like that. So, I mean, I got much love for the MSPFA. Always will.
So no doubt.
But that being said, I'm not an adherent of the doctrine of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm not. Just not.
Did y'all hear that? Yeah.
But
so,
Islam and peace, you know,
right.
let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We need to have some type of solidarity.
Some solidarity.
You know, that's what we need. We need to learn how to love ourselves. We need to learn how to love each other.
That's basically what we're talking about in New Black World Order.
And stop saying all that fucking y'all niggas this and y'all black folks and them black. Nah, it's us. Our problems are our own.
Right.
All of our problems are our own. You know, we can't just try to separate ourselves from the masses of people, because where in the masses lays the power. You know, and we need to get the masses together.
Right, in numbers there is
that damn W.E. Du Bois talented temp shit didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Because all that talented temp shit has done is make more money for themselves. The civil rights movement was for the talented temp. They were the ones who wanted to get into these Ivy League colleges, who couldn't get into these Ivy League colleges. What the hell a nigga from Jackson Ward worrying about getting in a goddamn Ivy League college from? You know what I'm saying? That shit wasn't for us.
Right.
That shit wasn't for us. You know, that shit was for them.
I think it was for those slave master children he left among us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but yeah. I mean, I don't think, see, that's the thing. I don't think white folks had some love affair with their own with their offspring. You know, wholly, from a holistic
Maybe
thing.
not wholly,
yeah,
but part and partial, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, some of them maybe. I would imagine so, but what these mixed breeds did was they took the banner and ran with it, because they feel that their mixture made them better than the masses of black.
Right, they thought they were above.
They think.
Yeah, they thought they were.
Yeah, if light-skinned people in this country could call themselves something else other than black, which they tried. That's
or biracial people.
Because the color thing comes from black people not trying to disassociate themselves with black people. That's where that whole shit comes from. If black people, if light-skinned people could separate themselves and call themselves something else, they would. And my thing is,
they wouldn't let Obama do it.
The proof of that is, look at the Dominican Republic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Puerto Rico. Look at these niggas coming from Brazil.
Look how they treated Obama.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Obama, man. You know, I respect Cat. You know, simply because I respect the hustle. You know what I'm saying? And I can look at the hustle and I can respect the hustle. You know what I'm saying? But I've said it since the beginning. He's not one of us. And the only reason I gave him a pass as far as being one of us is he married his wife, because she's one of us.
Yeah, I love the wife and the children.
I mean, look, man, we come from this soil. You know, we made this soil. You know what I'm saying? We come from here. We built this. You know what I'm saying? It's something that our grandfathers and grandmothers respected. You know, Obama's parents didn't.
Right.
You know, his father from Kenya. Big up Kenya, big up to the Mau Mau.
No doubt, no
big
doubt.
Big up Nairobi.
No doubt,
you know
New Black World Order.
But that's not us. You know, if we want to look at it from a completely African standpoint, I'll roll with it. That's one good thing about Obama. It made niggas kind of not run away from the African.
Right, because of his connection.
Yeah, because, he is African in order to, connect with him.
He had his positives and his negatives.
No doubt,
yeah,
no doubt. But I think it's in it being negative, it gives us a false feeling of security. Like the way this cigar does me. You know what I'm saying? It gives me a false sense of security, because it's not real.
Okay.
It's like a pacifier. You put in a baby mouth, you just shut them up.
Right.
But you still want to suck some real shit.
Right, no doubt. So,
twins.
It's all good. Thanks for coming through, King.
Thanks for having me. You said what? Nah, baby, I'm just scrambling.
Yeah, so thanks for coming through, King.
Thanks
you want to give New Black World Order TV a shout out.
No
what I'm saying?
New Black World Order, Richmond, Virginia.
No doubt. And
Birthplace, capital of the South.
You coming back? So
yeah, all the time, nigga. I'm downtown, nigga.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm from Richmond all day.
No doubt, King.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? We appreciate.
And bring somebody. Bring them on. And then look, you bring them, and what I want to do is, I want to get them some of my shit so they can know how to, come at me.
Okay.
Because it really wouldn't be fair, to be honest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like I said, discourse is good, and I'm not trying to down anyone. I love to just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, whoever wants.
So, I'm pretty sure, you know, it's some Israelites that gonna hear this.
Oh, word.
Some Moors that's gonna hear this.
Peace to
and you know, I hope y'all heard the hammer claps because it was shots fired for real. You know what I'm saying?
And
no harm, no disrespect intended.
I'll be 40 on the 26th. You know, like a couple of great men born on the 26th of a month. You know, Elijah Muhammad. Dr. York also born on the 26th.
Okay.
My birthday this Tuesday. I'll be 40 years old.
Happy birthday,
so bring
King.
It, bro. I mean,
he said bring it. He said y'all go get that work. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, seriously, anybody. I mean, if you just want to correct me and put me in my place, I would appreciate that as well.
Y'all heard that, so you know he asking for it. You feel me?
Yes,
he ain't running for him.
Not at all.
Not at all. All right.
It's time for confrontation.
Black power.
Peace.